Hello everyone, this is Sir Judex for Judex TV, and for today we will be discussing about Quarter 2 lessons for 21st century literature. First and foremost, let me ask you this question: how do you read? Let me hear your answer by commenting it in the comment section below. Okay, time's up. I hope that you key in already your answers or your comments for the question I posted a while ago. We will be discussing today what are the reading approaches such as skimming, scanning, and extensive reading. More so, we will also be talking about what are the literary elements such as the point of view, conflict, theme. Reading approach is an approach wherein students are demanded to read more to improve their knowledge and get new ideas. That is what reading approach is. As we all know, reading is a very important skill that students or any people should possess, for it enables or perhaps it helps us understand everything. So we should master it, okay? Meanwhile, skimming is simply getting the main idea of the text because the main idea is easily and quickly identified. So, in other words, skimming is a very good technique, and it helps us, or that prompts us to go directly to the most important detail we needed. Skimming is done at a speed 3 to 4 times faster than normal reading. Skimming also works well to find dates, names, and places. While scanning is quickly reading a text to get the summary of it. In other words, scanning involves moving the eyes quickly down to the page, seeking specific words and phrases, and we do it usually every time that we read. Scanning, remember guys. While on the other hand, extensive reading is sometimes called free voluntary reading. Extensive reading is an approach where the reader's view and review of unknown words in specific contexts will allow the reader to infer the word's meaning, to learn unfamiliar words. In this way, a reader can actually harness and heighten his or her vocabulary. Context clues can be applied also here because context clues are giving or finding the exact meaning of the words and how it is used in a context or situation. Next lesson is a literary element called point of view. Point of view is simply who is narrating the story. We have 3 kinds of point of view. First is the first person point of view. The use of pronouns I and we is an example of this. Second person is also the use of the pronoun you. And we have here the third person using the pronouns they, she, or he. So that is the 3 kinds of point of view. Conflict. Conflict is defined as what struggle is the main character faced in the story. So in every story, there is always conflict because a conflict helps the story develops and more exciting. Conflict, in the absence of conflict, the story will be dull, the story will be boring, or in literature, say for example, in 21st century literature will be boring to read. So conflict give a very good spices to be exact, in our reading. Example in Kath Miller's one of the most successful movie, The House of Us. What is the conflict that you have seen in the movie of The House of Us? There are lots of conflict, okay? So, this morning or this day, we will be talking about a lot of types of conflict. First is man versus man. So, man versus man simply states that a problem of the main character versus the antagonist. Okay, so there is a protagonist and antagonist. Man versus animal. Okay, the main character versus, say for example, an animal. Say for example, the movie King Kong or the movie Jurassic Park. That is an example. Next is man versus nature. Man versus nature. Example of this is, say for example, the movie 2012 or 2012 is a great example of the conflict of man versus nature, because in here, the main character, the protagonist of the story, is facing a great challenge or struggle against natural disasters. And we also have man versus himself or herself. So let's go back to the example of the movie of Katniel titled The House of Us. In here, the main character played by Catherine Bernardo is having a hard time figuring out on how they are going to make their relationship better. And also, Daniel Padilla playing a character wherein he is also struggling to finding himself of who truly he is. The last example for conflict is man versus society. So in here, the best example that I can actually get or I can actually show you is the teleserie of ABS-CBN, Pablo S. Gomez's Campanerang Cuba, wherein Ann Curtis is the main character of the story, playing a character named Imang. So Imang here is a Cuba, okay? So, and she just transformed into a beautiful woman by using the powerful or the magic of a candle. So in here, the man versus society is very evident because Imang is hated by the society or by the people in the community that she actually lived, because they believe, or the people believe, that she is the one who is bringing a massive curse, causing the community to be alarmed or to be problematic, because they feel that God is giving them a very hard challenge, and they are blaming Imang or the Cuba for that kamalasan or curse that they experience. So it is really evident here, the man versus society. I know that you also know a lot of examples. And this time we'll be talking about what is theme. Theme is what is the main idea expressed in the story. So that is what a theme is. So by just simply knowing or determining what the main idea of the story is, what idea that revolves around a specific story, so that is the theme of the story. Have you learned a lot today? I know that you have learned a lot from today's lesson. So for you to check your understanding or your learnings for today, we will be having a sort of SAM quiz. So everyone, kindly read the adaptation from The Journey to the River Sea by Eva Ibbotson, and I am going to give you 10 minutes perhaps for you to read this, digest the story, and you are going to answer the questions that follows, and you are going to put your answer in the comment section below in this YouTube channel. Alright?
not forget to key in your answers in the comment section below. I'll be waiting and I'll be excited to read your answers. So this is Sir Judex for Judex TV. Subscribe!